Hi guys! I haven't made a video in a couple months. And I also haven't made a plant video in more than a couple of months. I haven't made a plant video since January. That video was about how I left my plants for 2 weeks for the holidays to go back to Chicago. And this video is like the same theme. The reason why I haven't been filming a lot was because, well, it was winter and nothing was really going on with my plants. I was just watering them. There wasn't much growth. There wasn't many chores to do. I wasn't really paying attention much to my plants. I was heavy into knitting mode. But now that spring has sprung, a lot has happened. I haven't filmed everything I've done. I wasn't into whipping out my camera whenever I looked at a plant and I was like, you need help, I'm gonna fix you. And I wasn't into that, okay? Whenever I was in a mindset to do plant chores, I just wanted to get it done as fast as I could. I didn't want to think about my camera or anything. It just isn't for me. So this video is basically looking at my plants and just like seeing what has inspired me since spring has come. So what has happened this spring has been a lot of rearranging my plants and a lot of upping the size of pots. Like I said, I didn't film it, but it's happened. The reasons why I've rearranged plants was because they've just been getting bigger. Since the spring has only been like a month of it, they've grown already so much, and I need to take in the fact that they're gonna grow bigger, so I've moved them around for that. And also, I'm leaving for 2.5 months. I'm leaving yet again. I have a job that I believe for, and so I had to take some of my plants off of my bookshelf because I have to turn on and off that light manually. I don't have a timer for it. It's the only one that doesn't have timers for. And I crammed so many of my small plants on there that now they needed new homes, and everything else is already so cluttered, so I was just trying to find places where they could just fit. I did have a little like moment of like a panic because I was like, I have so many plants and I'm here for another year, so that like made me even more panicky. I thought going into my little hobby that the panic would be because there's just too many plants to take care of and it's too much watering and too much of my time and yada yada yada, but no, my panic is that I have a good sized apartment for New York, don't get me wrong, but like this has like consumed my whole life, and now that like I have like a house worth of plants, like they don't fit in this apartment. They just like don't. I don't have the space for them to do what they need to do to grow and to thrive. And so I did have a little panic attack that I was like, I have to get rid of some plants. That's just what's gonna have to happen. I did get rid of a couple just because like they just weren't doing well, and I kind of neglected them because like they just weren't like, they weren't inspiring me or anything. I just needed to get rid of them, to be honest. But I haven't really gotten rid of much more. I don't want to throw them out. I really don't want to throw any of my plants out. I want to give them to people that I know and make a little group chat and then like send pictures to each other of our plants and be like, oh my god, like Stevie's been doing so well, look at this new leaf. Like a girl could dream, but none of my friends want plants. So I'm just like hoarding the ones that I know I could give away, like the ones that I put in like my propagations that I want to get to people that no one wants. So like I've just been keeping the plants that I know I want to give away until I have someone interested. So yeah, it doesn't really help me with that situation. Moving on. So the other thing that I've done this spring was changing the pots for some of my plants. Some of them needed it because that's what you do in the spring and the summer, is that the roots they just get so many roots and you gotta change the pot. But also I've changed some pots because I'm thinking about how I'm not gonna be here and I'm making people who aren't so plant savvy take care of my plants. My boyfriend, my sister and her boyfriend, and my dad are all gonna help me. I'm trying to make it to where just someone needs to be here once a week, just one night out of the week to water things for me. So I've been trying to keep that into account because like some plants, like they need a little more love than once a week, and I can just know when that happens and they just need to be watered more frequently. But now I don't have someone to be here every single day to like make sure that they're not thirsty. So I've had to just upsize some stuff for that. I'm also gonna like take pictures of every section of where there's plants and give them a number and a color, and I'm just gonna make a little key for them to know what needs to be watered more frequently and what needs to just sit there for a little longer, you know? So in this video, I wanna show you some of the plants that I've been really inspired by this spring, that I've been loving to see them grow. It's so sad that I won't be here during the growing season because that's what's so exciting about plants, is just seeing the little growth here and there of the plants that you take care of. I unfortunately will probably only see them through FaceTime. So I kind of want to document here only a couple of the plants that I'm really excited for this summer, and so when I come back I can see everything that they've accomplished since I've neglected them. And don't worry, I'm not showing you everything because like I don't even know how many plants I have, and that's just, we don't need to do that to ourselves. So first up are my cactuses. This guy. These guys, I mean. These two cactuses I got maybe like a month and a half ago now. I got them April? March? I don't know. It's May. I have no idea. But I got these guys from my favorite plant store called Tend in Brooklyn. I wasn't a cactus person at all before. I got 3 cactuses before, 1 average size cactus and 2 mini ball ones from the farmer's market here in Union Square. And I kind of regretted getting them, to be honest. I just was more into leaf plants and just seeing them grow, because it's just, there's more to see, and my cactuses I would just shove in places so I didn't really have to look at them because you don't have to water them as much, and like they could just like hang there, you know? So I wasn't really into it until my dad was here and I wanted to take him to my favorite plant store, and he was obsessed with the cactuses and he really wanted to get me a cactus, and we were there for like an hour debating what cactus to get. And I didn't think I would like it as much as I do now, just because I don't have much experience with cactuses, but now I get it. Like, you can't tell me that this is a statement piece. When you get a cactus, you need to get a good, beautiful pot and just place it somewhere, anywhere, and it's so eye-catching. It's everything to me right now. And they're just so easy to take care of, so I'm not worried about these when I am gone. But yeah, now I'm in a little cactus kick, and I'm really into getting pots for them. I don't really care about getting pots for my leaved ones, just because like they're cool looking on their own, you know? They don't need, like they don't need it. The cactuses, like, they need them. So since my dad gave me these, I've been really wanting to get more cactuses, but like I can't pull the trigger because I have too many like plants anyways. So my dad kind of pulled the trigger for me, and he sent me 2 more cactuses. So much for downgrading. Ooh, I gotta be really careful with this guy. He is still a little wobbly. So this is the other one that my dad sent me. He is kind of in a plant kick now that I took him to the plant store. He's been ordering and buying plants. He has like an aloe, he has like 3 cactuses now. I gave him a ponytail plant in like December or something, so now he has his little collection. And he sent me a plant and I got to pick it out. And it was this blue cactus. It's so pretty. I kind of put it in a really big pot for its size. If I'm gonna get a nice pot, I want it to last long, you know? So I just decided to keep it in a big pot, and I put cactus soil in here. The top part though is Airwood mix, because I ran out of cactus soil. I'm getting some more, don't worry, but I think with cactuses you can have a bigger size pot than you need and just like barely ever water it. I've only been like trickling water on it. Obviously you don't want to get this sopping wet or else then rot, but I feel pretty confident with it being in a big size pot like this. And also I've been putting in rocks that I've collected from my most recent travels from Utah into my cactus pots, which just adds a little extra. I'm obsessed with this pot. It's so pretty. So this is the last one my dad sent me. So this one has a little backstory, not really, but I got a package and I was thinking to myself, I didn't order anything. What is this? And on the shipping label, it said like ancient ceramics, like magnet or something. And I was like, huh? Oh, what is that? I did not order that. And then I open it and it's something the size of this big, obviously, wrapped in toilet paper and just like stuff sticking out that like didn't look good. And I thought it was a dead mouse. I thought someone sent me a dead mouse, and I like threw it across the room and I was like, I can't touch that. I'm pretty sure that looks like a dead mouse. I can't touch that. And I called my dad. I'm like, someone sent me a dead mouse. Like, I swear to God, someone sent me a dead mouse. Someone is pranking me right now. And my dad was like, no, I think that's actually the cactus I sent you. And yeah, it was this. It's doing okay. It's like a rare cactus. I don't really know the name. I'll put it up on the screen. But it's just doing okay. I think it's pretty like rooted in here now. But it definitely has the look that it was in a box for a couple weeks, you know. But we'll see how it does when I get back, if it stays the same. I feel like it's probably gonna stay the same, but it's a pretty interesting looking guy. So there's that cactus. So when I get my cactus soil, which is gonna be soon, I'm gonna pot these 2 guys that I've had for a bit now that I wasn't really happy that I got originally, but now I'm so excited to put it in this pot. I'm gonna put both of them in here because you know what? They need some treatment. They've been in this egg-like container since I've gotten them. Like, this is hideous. Like, I can't keep them in here. So I'm gonna put them in here just like that. I'm so excited for that. I might as well just show you all my cactuses now that we're here. These are the last 2, don't worry. This guy is the one that I got from Union Square Farmers Market. It's just here. Like, here you go. A little more inspired now about it that I have all these other cool cactuses, but like, it's just there. But my grandma's, look at him. I'm so excited. I was gonna put this guy back upright because obviously it is leaning crazy, but then I wasn't really paying attention and it started growing this little guy. It's so fuzzy. And so I decided I'm just gonna let it do its funky little crazy thing and it can just stay sideways because this guy is jetting straight up. And this gave me some hope with all the rest of my cactuses because this grew in a very short amount of time. I was actually kind of shocked. So maybe I can get some growth while I'm gone this summer and hopefully see a difference with most of my cactuses. But it's really hard to tell. Like, this guy definitely has had some growth since I got it last year, but I mean, it's pretty hard to see, especially since I don't look at it pretty often. So hopefully, since documenting in this video, I can see some growth, maybe like 2 centimeters each, like please. But this guy has been doing really well, so thanks Grandma for the cactus. Next up, let me pull some of my succulents. I have my holiday cactus right here, my Christmas and my Thanksgiving. My grandma gifted me this Christmas cactus and I'm so amazed. This is honestly one of my favorite plants I have right now. Just based off of the growth, I'm just so pleased with it. And I just upped it to a new pot. It used to be in the same similar one to my Thanksgiving. But since I've been loving her so much, I wanted her to give this plant a pot that it deserves. So I decided I also, since repotting it, I wanted to put some propagations at the bottom. I'm a little nervous since I'm leaving this with the propagations. It's gonna dry out, so I'm gonna have to keep watch of that for a bit. I want it to stay damp enough so that it roots up inside of the pot. I love her. And here is my Christmas cactus. When I got the free cuttings that I got, it was an absolute pain. Most of my propagations either rotted or dried out, and I only was left with 2. But now they are finally rooted, and especially once I put it into a terracotta pot, I'd probably recommend that for you if you have Christmas cactuses. I tend to like them better in this. They seem to thrive in a terracotta pot. But anyways, it's finally growing for me. It's not the growth that I'm seeing with the Christmas cactuses. Each little leaflet, I don't know what these are called, are just a little smaller than the one before. And like, I guess that's typical. It probably is typical for most of the holiday cactuses, but this one seems to keep its size. So I'm hoping that this summer it just keeps pushing out the same size of these guys. I don't even know the names of this stuff, but other than that, I'm really happy that it's finally established. So this is one of my donkey tails. This is the one I've had the longest. I think it was my maybe second or first succulent I ever got. It's grown so much that I've never even noticed. It was crammed in one of my windowsills, but it's finally reached past the pot, which is so exciting. So I finally moved it next to my one of my string of turtles. I have 2. One is the original mother plant and the other one is like propagations. So I put it next to it, which is also a matching pot, which is so cute. And I have them both hanging so I can look at it better and see it. It's just so pretty. And I have little propagations that are finally booming a little bit here and pretty settled in. I hope it grows a little bit to maybe here by the end of the summer. That would be perfect for me. I do have more donkey tails. They're from my grandma, and I just threw them all into the, I think, 5 pots I have of all of her succulent propagations. Here's one of them. I won't share all of them. There's too many to look at, but they're all doing so good since I got them in maybe November after Thanksgiving. I think I got them. They're doing so well. They're booming. I'm getting a little nervous because they're doing so well and there's so many plants in one little area that I'm gonna have to upgrade their pots and I'm running out of space. face, but I think it has to be done. I think I can go about 1 more year with all of my succulent pots with just the same pot that they're in. Definitely next year I'm gonna have to upsize the pot for these guys, but this is all basically new. It's just amazing. And I have a square pot that's pretty thin that I've been just throwing in a bunch of the ones that have kind of fell off of the succulents, and they're finally growing in there, which is pretty neat, and I'm excited to have that one also full of my grandma's succulents. But I'm excited to see how much more growth they do over the summer. Next up are my 3 begonias. Alright, so this guy is fairly new. I had a begonia, my first begonia, replaced with this one. My first begonia did not do well under my care. I left my begonia when I first got that one, and I left it for the weekend, didn't really water it, and I came back and it was so dramatic. It was drooping over, and I watered it and it bounced right back, and I was like, perfect, like great, that didn't die. And so I really pushed the limits of that begonia. I did that like way too many times. I was like, oh well, like it's just like showing me it needs water when I know that's like not how you're supposed to water your plants. I never did that with any of my other plants, but for some reason when I accidentally did that for the first time with that begonia, I was like, it's fine, I'm gonna keep doing that. But it finally caught up to me. All the leaves fell off, and it was just basically the stem and the branches and everything, and then it would grow a leaf and then it would like shrivel up right away. And so I knew I had to toss the begonia, and I got this one also from Tend in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and it's gorgeous. I'm so happy that I got this plant. I love the big leaves and I love the red on the back. It's just so good. It's been growing really well for me too. This is one of the leaves that I have gotten in my care, and this one. And I got at the same time I got my 2 big cactuses from there, so I've only had it for a short amount of time, and a new one's about to come in right here. And it has many growth points around that I want to activate, so it could just be a big branchy thing. And obviously I don't have a trellis, so I'm just using some sticks. I should probably get a trellis for this guy if I want to keep him well and cared for. But I also have him in a self-watering pot, which I feel like is perfect for begonias. And I definitely need to put more water in here. It's pretty light, but right now this is one of my favorite plants I have. My second begonia, I'm not gonna bring in here. I'm just gonna show you a video of it because I guess, I don't know why I'm bringing it up, because it's not making me very inspired, because it's just a mess. It's like, if I would pick it up right now, it would shed like crazy. So I got that plant online, it shipped here. It had pretty big, decent leaves, bigger than the ones that it has right now. And obviously they all fell off because of the shipping. And then it bounced right back and was shooting out new stuff. But all the leaves are so tiny and they're all cramped. There's just too much growth happening for this plant. And it's just going too wild. I need to prune it, I need to cut it back. I already have, and I need to do it more because it's driving me a little bit insane because of the mess it's caused. But I'm just really trying to make that plant work. So hopefully it doesn't go wild this summer and it could just stay a little contained. This is my last begonia. This is from my grandma. She gave me a little baby of her huge begonia. If you watched my grandma's cutting video, you would have seen the murder I did. I accidentally ripped apart the roots from the leaf, and I didn't do it on purpose. It was like a complete mistake and a complete accident, I mean. And I had to cut up the leaf in a way that I've never done before to propagate it, and I just really thought it was gonna be over, but it's doing pretty good. It's shooting out so many leaves. Obviously they're really tiny. My grandma's begonia, her leaves are bigger than my hand. They're huge. They're bigger than this one. They're really chunky and wide. And obviously it's like reestablishing itself. It's growing from basically a cut up leaf. So it's shooting off just like little ones that are not really fully in the shape of what the mature leaf is supposed to be, except this one. It finally shot out this one, and it's very fuzzy, which is supposed to be, and it's giving me a lot of hope that it's going to go back to the size that it's actually supposed to be. And I just can see so many growth points inside of here that are gonna push up. I do think probably by the time I get back, I'm going to have to put it in a bigger pot because there's just so many leaves crammed into one spot, just like my begonia before. There's just so much growth that I think I just needed to slow down for a second, you know? But I'm okay with the growth of this one because I want it to bounce back to what it's actually supposed to be. Thanks, Grandma, for the begonia. Next up, I want to talk about my monsteras. It's not really an inspiration for me. It's more like an annoyance that I kind of want to share right now. I've been on a journey with these monsteras. I have, I think, like 6 monsteras right now. It's actually insane. I don't want 6. I want to end up with 2. I got my Deliciosa at the farmer's market, and it came in a pot, and it had so many plants in one. So I obviously separated it, and I decided I was just gonna keep all of them just so that I could figure out what one was like thriving the best, was giving me the better fenestrations, and just looked overall the best, and then I would just like give away the other ones or something. But they haven't done anything. I've cut them back, I've put them up on like a little stick, and I have just been getting nothing. So I kind of gave up and just decided to really cut it back. And so they all have like 1 leaf right now. And hopefully when I come back, they shoot out something different, okay? Because I'm so over just seeing 1 fenestration per leaf. I'm so over it. Give me more. The only one that's been giving me something is this guy, who's giving me 3. But these are all cuttings that I propped, and then I just put them in a pot. The other cuttings I just cut off of the other ones I just threw out. I can't have that many of this. Like they take up so much space. And at the end of the day, you just want 1 good one. So that's my Deliciosa problem. Moving on to my Thai constellation problem. This one actually makes me really mad. So I got this one for $20 at the farmer's market, of course, because that's literally all I go to, really. It was doing really good. I bought it because I was like, the fenestrations are what I really want for my Deliciosa right now. And it was doing so well. It had this leaf when I first got it, and that was already how many? That was already 4 more than what I would get on my Deliciosa. And then I got this one in my carrot, and I was chucking along. I was so happy, and then it gave me this one. I'm so over it. I'm literally so over it. And I know that I haven't really done much, I guess, with this guy. Like, I've repotted it, and I probably should chop. I'm probably gonna do that right before I leave next week, so better come back and see more fenestration. I better, or else I might just give up on my monsteras. I'm a little over it. Lastly, I'm just gonna show a compilation of all of my trailing plants. I'm actually excited to leave to come back to see my trailing plants and to see how much they've grown without my care. I'm hoping to get a couple inches of growth. The hanging ones over my rack right now have been thriving really well. They've been shooting out so many leaves. I have 3 plants up there and I can't wait for it to be cascading down onto my clothes. And I also can't wait to come back and probably cut and prop some of them and put it back into the pot to make all of my plants bushier. I really need to do that with my string of things, but I've been trying so hard to make it bushy, but every time I put my rooted propagations back into the mother plant, they've been drying out. And so I've kind of like taken a detour from that, and maybe when I get back I can try again, even though I've tried like 5 times. I'll try different methods or something to make it more full, because especially my string of hearts is just kind of wimpy right now and I just want it to get a little fuller, you know? I mean, there's a lot more plants that I would love to talk about because I could talk about all my plants for like hours, but these are the ones that I'm more interested in seeing when I take my two and a half month break off from these plants. I'm not entirely worried about their care when I'm gone. I mean, I trust everyone who's helping me out. I'm really grateful that these people are going to take time out of their lives to take care of my many plants, because I mean, it's fine when I do it because I make myself do it because I enjoy doing it, but these aren't people who really have plants or, you know, care about them as much as I do. So I'm really happy that I'm able to leave knowing that I'm gonna come back with plants, because I honestly don't know if I would have been so happy to take the job if I knew that all my plants would be gone by the time I get back, you know? So you probably won't be getting another video from me for a bit because I will be working a lot this summer, but I'm hoping to get another plant video out when I get back in like August, just to see all the updates. It'll be really fun. Let me know what kind of videos you want when I get back, like propagation videos or more repots, or I don't know what. I'm sorry I haven't made a knitting video as well. I have made 2 sweaters since I made my red sweater. I just wasn't in the mood to film, to be honest. Like, this is just another hobby of mine, and my other hobbies, I guess, took over, and I don't want filming to take away from my joy of plants and knitting. Sometimes I just want to crank through it because I just want to, you know? If you're in New York and you want a free plant, please let me know, because I will literally give it to you for free. I don't need money for these plants, I just want care for these plants, and I would love a picture of it here and there. Like, that just seems so fun to me. So if you want a plant, let me know. Also, feel free to comment below what plant has been really fun to watch grow this spring. I'd love to hear what y'all have been getting up to with your plants. So thanks for watching.